So we are here today to celebrate what has happened here with Family Promise. But before I do that, I want to recognize a couple people. The first one is the Homemade staff. I mentioned I'm the brand new executive director, but I want to mention Don Adamson, who is the founding executive director of Homemade Utah and has spent the last 5 years. He committed to 2 years, and he lasted 5 years. Lasted 5 years. So thank you, Don, for being here. I also want to recognize Isabel Ashcraft. Isabel's been with Homemade Utah for the last 2 years, and most of the stuff that you see online, events like this, all the behind the scenes stuff that old guys like Don and I don't know how to do, that's what Isabel does. She does a great job, and she's really the backbone of Homemade Utah. So a round of applause for Isabel as well. And one of the board of directors from Family Promise will get up here in just a little bit to talk about what Family Promise does. But I can tell you firsthand that I know what Family Promise does, because up until 2 weeks ago, I was the executive director of Family Promise. So I'm very familiar with this building. I'd also like to recognize the 2 staff people at Family Promise who are here today. One of them is Lisa Fladlow. Lisa is the director of Family Promises. Lisa works with our families on a week. She's here, and that is her dog Bailey. Also, Michelle Madlena. Michelle has been, she was integral in reviving Family Promise 3 or 4 years ago. Michelle is the bookkeeper at Family Promise, and she also works in the programming department as well. These 2 are really the battery that runs Family Promise right now, at least until they find a new executive director. So Michelle Madlena. And finally, I'd just like to say thank you to Fieldstone. I'm going to invite Jason up, but Jason, Nate, and Holly, and all the rest of the names that I can't remember, I want to thank you all so much for all the work that you've done here today as well.
Well, I'm Jason Chisholm with Fieldstone Homes. I've been with Fieldstone Homes for about, a little over 2 decades now. Can you guys hear me? Okay, a little over 2 decades. And so, about 6 months ago, maybe a little bit longer, I started a foundation called the HICA Foundation. Don't need to get into the HICA Foundation, it's not what today is about, but I started a foundation because I felt that it was time for myself personally and others in my circle of influence and friendships. We need to give back to our community, being in Salt Lake for 30 years. In starting that foundation, I got an opportunity to talk to Don. And through this whole process, I got to talk to Don, Holly, Jenny at Tanner. And this project actually landed in my lap, which isn't it amazing how this just happens, just through a few conversations, a few networks of friends and business partners. And the next thing you know, we're walking into a project that is not habitable. I don't know if anybody in this arena today got to see this project before Fieldstone and HICA accepted the responsibility to remodel this, but seriously in disarray, and really kind of tore our heartstrings in half. Today you look.
It's been steadfast in its mission since 1996, providing a lifeline to families in need and helping them to rebuild their lives. The work we do is deeply rooted in our generosity, the generosity and compassion of our community. We are proud to partner with churches throughout Salt Lake. We're proud that we partner with churches throughout the Salt Lake Valley, transitioning their spaces into emergency shelters. These shelters are not just a place to sleep. They are a haven where families receive warm meals, homework help, and the joy of the holiday experience. Soon we will also be offering babysitting services, further easing the burdens on families throughout the valley. During their stay in our emergency shelters, families work closely with our case management team. Together they set both short-term and long-term goals with the ultimate aim of sustaining housing within 3 months. This focused and personalized support is crucial in helping families regain the stability and independence they deserve. Today, we are here to celebrate a special project within our Transitional Housing Program. In this program, families reside in one of our 5 units, paying a deeply reduced transitional housing fee. They continue to receive guidance from our dedicated case management team, maintaining the momentum toward achieving sustainable housing as swiftly as possible. Thanks to the incredible generosity of Homemade Fieldstone Homes, This newly remodeled Promise House unit will now serve around 4 families each year. The impact of this contribution is immeasurable. You can imagine the countless lives that will be transformed by having a safe and supportive environment to call home, even if it's temporarily. On behalf of everyone at Family Promise Salt Lake and the families whose lives will be changed, we extend our deepest gratitude. Your support and generosity inspire us and fuel our mission. We will be forever grateful to Homemade and Fieldstone Homes to their commitment to making a real difference in our community. Thank you all for your continued support and for believing in the work that we do. Together, we are building a brighter future for families in need. Thank you.
You'd be surprised
Big
how many
snip.
people want to operate this.
Big snip.
Okay, here we go.
3, 2, 1. All right.